to do. My books waits for me, and I flop onto the bed and I read through the firework display. Eventually, all the walking around, or more actually running around, catches up with me. I really am out of shape. And me dragging me out in the morning to run might just be a good thing after all. It's something to look forward to. Oh, that's nice. Don't kill yourself, man. Ain't she cute? Okay, that's a very interesting pose. But that was a really lovely anime skits they put up here. I wonder if there's one for every character. Probably. Either way, it's really cool. And whoever did the art for Amy in this place is a lot better than her cutout that she gets. So it doesn't do her justice. However, this anime sketch was outstanding, and I liked it a lot. Moving on, my alarm's beeping shattered the early morning quiet, and I find myself wondering where to find the motivation to rise. Class is still quite far off, but I agreed to run with Emmy in the mornings. Really, I'm not that interested in running as a hobby, or even as a possible life-lengthening exercise. You'll be probably off better doing some cycling, because there's no impact, ergo it won't fuck up your knee. But running's fun too. However, I feel obligated to follow through on my promise to Emmys yesterday. Which is why I find myself throwing on some running shorts and a light t-shirt. The cool morning air caresses my face as the morning sunshine caused the dew on the grass to sparkle, near blinding me at first. As I make my way down to the track, an ugly thought strikes me. What if this is some sort of joke that him is playing on me? Would that surprise me? Really? Hell, I'll probably do it to the new guy too. At the very least, I'm sure Emmy and Rin made a bet on whether or not I'd actually show up. I feel a sense of trepidation as the track comes into view. You're late! It would seem that Emmy is already here. What a relief. Not according to my watch, we're both are early in fact. Damn, you've got me there. Emmy is sitting on the bleacher, decked out of her running gear, waiting somewhat patiently for me. I'm glad you're actually here. I was afraid that was a joke or something. Nah, I'd never make someone get up early for nothing. Plus, Ren owes me 500 yens now. She didn't think you'd actually show up. I knew it. Oh, that's him again. I knew it. Nice to know Hemi was on my side at least. Hemi hops off the bleacher and begins stretching out. She's remarkably lithe? Lithe? How do you say that word? Sorry. Almost like a dancer. I set out to stretch as well, but then realized that I don't exactly remember how to stretch properly. It's been ages since I stretched for anything, if you don't count my own stint at running last week. And even then, I don't think I actually stretched beforehand. Perspective of my lung hospital rises up again. I can't say I was all that active before the hospital stay, Though, so maybe I'm just being morose. Hemi giggles as she watches me stretch out.
No, you've got the whole lot for longer than that.
I'm trying. Kinda hurts a little.
That's because you're out of shape. You've got to get some flexibility into you, like this.
To demonstrate, Hemi reaches down and puts her head through her legs. God bless you, Emmy. Why? Are you kinky? I see. Is that the sort of thing I should strive for?
Of course, flexibility is important for any runner. You'll be able to go faster the more you stretch out.
That makes no sense to me, but Emmy seems to believe it's true. With Emmy's help, I managed to stretch myself out properly. I can't help but notice that when she thinks about how to explain things to me, her mouth scrunches up in concentration. It's adorable.
Not bad, you. Come on, we'd better start running. We'll start off with just a mile, okay? That's 4 laps around the track, got it?
It sounds fine to me. It shouldn't be too hard, right? A hazy memory of running a mile for gym class surfaced in my mind. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Let's do it! Hemi sets up a pretty good pace, and I'll fall in behind her.
Try to keep up, okay, you?
Roger. We round the first curve without incident, though I can already feel my heart rate increasing slightly. By the second curve, I started to breathe through my mouth. Hemi doesn't even seem to be breaking a sweat. As if to punctuate her superiority, she turns around and starts running backward. With her legs? That is so cool!
Are you doing okay, you?
Never better.
Oh, really? Maybe I should speed up then. Hmm?
No, I wouldn't want you to beat me. To ever exert yourself. My heavy panting and wheezing make the statement less convincing than I had hoped. Hemi simply smiles and turns around again.
You're the boss, you. We'll start this pace.
I get the feeling that I'm being mocked. If I weren't in such terrible shape, I'd probably feel offended. By the third lap, my breath is coming a gasp. I'm almost awash in my own sweat. Gross. We round the curve and start a 4th lap, and Amy looks back at me with a grin.
Here we go.
She takes off at blinding speed, while I stubbornly stick to my slower pace. By the time I get to finish turn, she was already rounding the second. As I struggle across the backstretch, Hemi continues running and catch up to me.
Come on, you can do it.
I'd answer her, but I'm too focused on getting air into my lungs and ignoring the burning in my legs muscle. Part of me wants to say something like, maybe you can, but I'm about to die here. But again, I doubt I can actually form words right now. Hemi keeps pace with me as I round the second turn and cross the finish line. Her sprint seems to have gotten her sweating. It's actually cause her shirt turned slightly translucent. It seems she wears a black sports bra. Kinky. I feel a vague stab of guilt for being the sort of guy who stares at a girl's chest. But my leg and chest are burning so badly that I can't bring myself to care that much.
Not bad for a first effort, you.
Kinky? I mean, kind of you to say so. Hemi seems to be, if not out of breath, at least breathing a little more heavily than she was before we started running. It must have been the sprint that did it.
Hey, I've got to get a few sprints in. You should rock around the track to cool down. Then we can stretch out and we'll be all done, okay?
Sounds great. My legs are on fire and my breathing is still heavy, but surprisingly my heart seems to be taking the strain well. Another triumph of medical science, I suppose.
You should put your hands behind your head. It makes it easier to catch your breath.
Surprisingly, she's right. I began to stroll around the track, happy to feel my breath coming back to me. Whoa, There's a blur of as Hemi sprints by me. Watching her run is absolutely fascinating. Not just because she's on prosthetics, although that is interesting. Ah, that's a nice artwork. The really interesting is that the way her face changes. I can only catch a glimpse of as she runs, but her eyes seems to come alive with a sort of fierce joy. And just so you guys can enjoy the black sports bra, here we go. It's not actually seeable, but you can pause the video if you want to just look at the artwork. It's as if there's nothing else in the world but her in the track. By the time I got into the final stretch, Hemi seems to have finished her sprinting. She's breathing heavily now, but she's wearing a satisfied grin on her face. She waves to me cheerily as I near her.
Feeling better, right?
Actually, yeah.
Do you want to take another lap around with me? I've got to cool down too, you know?
Part of me would rather sit down and not move, but something tells me that would be a bad idea. Besides, if I sit down, there might be not getting back up again. Sure, why not? Hemi got her hands behind her head now as well, which make her seem very relaxed. The positioning of her arms also pulls her shirt upward ever so slightly so that I can see a small strip of her belly. Midriff waifu! I do my best to act gentleman and not look, but the contrast of her skin against her red running short is rather arresting.
So, how do you feel, you?
Surprisingly good, actually. I'm sore and tired, but surprisingly good. As soon as I say it, I realize that it's true. Sure, part of me wants to lay down and die, but I feel like I've accomplished something. It's almost like a glow throughout my body that persists despite the soreness.
Yeah, that's the runner's high.
Runner's high?
Yeah, it has something to do with adrenaline.
Amy thinks for a moment as we walk, trying to remember. Then she shrugs and grins at me.
I don't actually remember. It's a good feeling though, isn't it? Better than sex, right?
Open my mouth to respond shortly before processing what she's just said. Amy watched my face for a few moments before bursting out into laughter.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. It's just too easy.
Why did I agree to run with you again? Amy just laughed harder. She takes a hold of my forearm and tilts it, allowing her to get a better view of my watch. Her face changes the moment she sees the time.
Oh no, we better get a move on you. Class is in an hour, and I need to shower.
I should probably do that as well.
I need to see the nurse too. Maybe he'll write me a note for being late.
Why do you need to see the nurse? Amy points to her prosthetics, as if that would explain everything.
It's important to check for irritations. You know, from sweat or friction or anything. Normally I only go after practice, but if we're going to be doing these morning runs, then I guess I'll see him twice a day.
Wait, so Amy has only started doing these runs since I showed up? If it's more convenient for you to run with me at a later time...
Don't be silly. I've been meaning to start running in the morning for a while now. But if I didn't have a partner to run with, I'd be less likely to keep up a routine. It's always harder to blow off a commitment if you're going to let someone else down, you know? So you'll be my running partner for the mornings. We both need the exercise, so it all works out, don't you think?
Yeah, perfect. It'll have to be me though? Well, I guess I can't complain too much. I mean, it's pretty fun to hang out with. And she's right, I do need the exercise. The doctor's order, even. Amy waves a quick goodbye to me.
Right, I'm off. Come have lunch with us, okay?
What?
Lunch, you know, the meal in the middle of the day. Come have it with us.
Where?
The rooftop. Ren likes it up there.
When?
Lunchtime? When else? That was a silly question.
Yeah, but I sort of felt the need to ask all three for completeness' sake. I don't even think I've ever seen a girl smile so much before.
Not bad, you. See ya.
With that, she takes off like a shot for the school building. I guess she's going to see the nurse first. I run back to my room and hop in the shower, only to find that the water takes a while to heat up. Just like in Mexico. The shock of the cold water nearly kills me. That's good for your heart, don't worry about it. Managed to warm the water a bit and spend some quality time feeling my muscle loosen. Okay, I'm not gonna comment that. My heart surprisingly feels the least bothered by the run. I suppose it's a good thing, even if it does make me feel like a bit of a wuss. I mean, at least I'd have excuse me on I'm out of shape. If my heart were bothering me, I guess I'll have to keep this running thing up, otherwise I'm sure Amy won't let me hear the end of it. It's only after I get out and dry myself off that I realize that I've only 10 minutes left to put my clothes on and go to class. Crap. The hands on the clock finally set me free from the tedium of yet another fun-filled class. Getting up from my seat proves to be more of a problem than I anticipated. My legs are killing me from the morning's run. Maybe doing these with me isn't such a hot idea after all. Still, the run's given me a hell of an appetite. I'm halfway down the hallway to the cafeteria when I remember that I've got my lunch with me. My parents fit to provide me with some pre-packed stuff when I moved in, and a good team too. The hallway is packed with students headed for the cafeteria. Going back is like swimming upstream. But I've got an appointment to keep on the rooftop. It takes me a moment to find the staircase leading up to the rooftop, but I'm willing to bet that Amy and Ren aren't up there by now anyway. In fact, I think I saw Amy amongst the buddies in the hallway, headed for the cafeteria. I step out the door to the roof and take a deep breath. The fresh air blowing against my face and body almost makes my leg hurt less. Maybe if I'm upside down. Let me start again with a sexy voice. Maybe if I'm upside down. Part of me wants to be surprised that Ren's already up here. Sorry about that. What's that going to accomplish?
Things in the clouds.
Can you just look at them right side up? Ren rolls her eyes in something approaching exasperation.
Then I wouldn't get a new perspective.
Is upside down really a new perspective? That cut off her guards. Ren looks pensive.
You may have a point. Maybe sideways.
As Ren lays down on the bench to look at the sky, I give up. Fortunately, Amy chose that moment to burst through the door carrying 2 bags. She nearly takes the door off the hinges.
Sorry it took me so long. There were a ton of people in line.
She drops the first bag in front of Ren and takes a seat on the bench next to her. You buy Ren's lunch for her?
Sometimes, yeah. I'd have Ren buy me lunch for me in return, but I'm not sure how she'd carry it.
Plus,
I never buy her lunch.
If Ren's offended by him's comments, she doesn't show it. Amy sniffs.
How ungrateful of you.
I'm not sure whether the two are joking with one another or if I'm witnessing the beginning of a catfight. The 2 girls stare at one another for a few tense moments before breaking into smiles.
Hey, Amy, do you think being upside down is a new perspective on things?
Didn't I already have that conversation? Amy looks thoughtfully, apparently giving the question some thought. After a deep and profound pause, she speaks.
I have no idea.
Well, at least she's as lost as I am.
Hey, you're coming to the track meet, right?
The question comes out of the blue and catch me off guard. I don't know yet.
Honestly, after I went through all the trouble of letting you run with me in the morning, you won't even show up at my meet track. Sorry, my voice cracked.
Wasn't she the one that asked me to run with her? Actually, she didn't even give me a choice in the matter. Wait, no, I didn't say that. She beams at me, as if I just agreed to give her $1 million.
So you'll come after all. That's great.
I didn't say that either. I'll be going too, so I'll make sure he comes, Amy.
Good idea, Ren. Maybe we can get some food or something after the meet's over.
I feel like I've just been conned, but not by these two. More like by some outside force pushing me irrevocably towards my destiny. Or maybe I shouldn't read books that feature conspiracy theories so heavily, otherwise I might wind up sounding like Kenji. Still, I suppose that I've got to show up now. I don't think I could stand against both of them being disappointed. I never hear the end of it. When is it again?
Next week, silly. I just told you a few days ago.
No, you didn't.
I forgot. Well, you won't forget to come through, will you?
Of course I won't. I'll even make a note on a calendar or something. There you go. Invisible calendar. It's noted. Rin nods sagely.
That's probably a good idea, unless time changes its course. It can do that?
Rin gives an uncommental shrug.
It hasn't yet.
Sorry, I'm mixing both of the voice now.
It hasn't yet, but you never know.
This time, it's Sammy who gives a shrug.
I suppose it can't be helped if it's happened.
Not unless you're a time traveler or something. You don't actually think that could happen, do you?
I don't think we do. Do we?
Rin shrugs again. This seems to be her default response to everything.
I suppose not, but I reserve the right to change my opinion at a moment's notice.
For Rin, the statement makes a disturbing amount of sense. The fact that I realize this now frightens me a bit. I wonder if Amy gets this feeling all the time. If she does, she's not showing it though. Amy merely nods.
As expected.
What's that supposed to mean? This time, it's Amy who shrugs. They keep shrugging at each other. It's like she's using Ren's own weapon against her. I'm getting really low on water. We're gonna have to end it soon.
Your response is the sort of thing I'd expect from you, that's all.
Am I really that predictable? Amy's smile seems to border on gloating.
Nah, it's just that your unpredictability is pretty predictable.
Well, that's alright then. I don't get the chance to see whether Ren's being serious or not as the bell rings. I didn't notice the lunch period slipping by at all. Hanging out with these two was far too interesting. Amy jumps up, a look of panic over her face.
Oh no, I needed to stop by my room to pick up my notebook for the next class.
Don't you wish you had a time machine now? Rin seems rather smug as she delivers this line. Like she just won an argument. Amy ignores Rin's comment.
Sorry, but could you make sure our garbage gets thrown away? I usually clean up by myself, but I gotta run.
Sure, no problem. Amy darts away with an urgency I'm starting to expect from her. I don't bother asking Rin why she Couldn't help. She's already seemed to be preoccupied with something else entirely she'll wander off. She's probably used to Himi taking care of cleanup, and for some reason I doubt Himi ever raised the issue with her. Cleaning up from lunch doesn't take long, so I have plenty of time to toss out the garbage and get to class. Misha greets me with a wave and a devious grin as I walk through the door.
Didn't you see in the cafeteria, Eugene?
Yeah, I decided it was too crowded in there. Misha grins get even wider.
Oh, really? Are you sure you weren't participating in an innocent rendezvous?
What are you talking about?
You were in the roof, right? With both Emmy and Rin. No less, you Casanova, you.
We just had lunch, that's all. Misha bursts into laughter, drawing the attention of several of my classmates. Sounds like Wario.
You're so adorable when you blush like that, Eugene.
She gives me a conspiratorial wink.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
There's no secret!
Oh?
Misha seems disappointed and then brightens up again.
Time will tell.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but blessedly our teacher comes in and the class starts. Another class has finally dragged itself to a close. Unexpectedly, I managed to stay awake for a whole day. I'm pretty sure that counts as a miracle by itself. My leg seems unwilling to stand up for a moment. I guess the run took a lot out of me. I head down the hallway and make my way to my room. I sit down, half-heartedly chipped away at my own work for a while, feeling like a vulture picking up particularly unsavory carcass. It knows that this is what it eats, but it's not sure that it shouldn't be ordering a takeout instead. Really? We're doing vulture's joke now? Okay. I don't think I can take this, but it's important to get my work done. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to be looking over again? I know it's a losing battle, but I fight it anyway. Halfway through my math homework, I put my pencil down. This isn't working. I need a distraction. Unfortunately, my options for distraction are rather slim. I'm not in the mood to read again right now. Kenji is unusually out of his room at the moment. If I go to the student council room, I'll just end up work for those two. And heaven only knows where everyone else is except for... Well, I suppose that's an option. I grab my shoes and head for the track. He's probably down there. Track practice is just ending as I arrive to the track. The sun's beginning to dip low in the sky. Has it really gotten that late already?
What are you doing here, you? Come to spy on me, have you?
I give a shrug. To be honest, I'm not sure why I'm down here. I didn't have anything better to do. I figure that's about right. At the moment, him is the only person I can think of who I could visit.
So I'm here last resort, am I? Nobody cool around, so you just go see Amy? Is that what you thought?
She actually looks angry. A chance for some teasing of my home presents itself. Actually, yeah, I guess you are. Himi pouts, widening her eyes to give the maximum amount of puppy dog resemblance. Kidding, I was kidding.
So, you're down here to stalk me?
Wait, what? It's not what I meant. Why would I stalk you anyway? It's not like you require stalking. If you're not asleep or in class, you're down here, right? Himi laughs at the comment.
Well, you're not all wrong, I suppose, but you forgot about eating. I do that too, you know?
I know that conceding the point.
Plus, I hang out with Rin sometimes too, so really, I might take some before to stalk.
What do you two do together anyway? You don't seem to have a lot in common. She puts her hands on her hips and assumes a superior air.
That's what you think? I've got all sort of hidden hobbies, you know?
Oh, really? Like what? Amy puts her hand to one side, as if she's trying to remember what she does in her free time.
Well, Ren and I go shopping sometimes.
I guess that makes sense. Amy's a girl after all. But Ren? Ren comes with you?
We usually swing by the art supply store. Well, she likes this music store that sells all kind of weird sounding stuff. She says it'll help her focus.
That makes a little more sense. I see. Any other hidden hobbies? Amy wags a finger at me.
Now, why would I go and reveal all my dark secrets to you? We hardly know one another.
Somehow I think that's all that Amy has in the ways of hobbies. Still, I don't think my question's been answered. Even if you do have few hobbies, I still don't see why you hang out with Ren so much. I mean, she's kind of weird, isn't she? This comment caused Amy to laugh loudly.
That's an understatement of the year.
So why? I mean, you're a lot better at conversation and stuff, so I figured you'd hang out with a lot of people, but I think I've only ever seen you with Ren. Amy seems unusually defensive.
Hey, I hang out with plenty of people that aren't Ren. You just don't see me doing it because I'm not in your class.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain why you hang out with Ren. I'm not even sure why I want to know this. I guess it is because lunch was so strange. Amy shrugs, looking for a moment very Renish.
It's because we have similar outlooks.
If you were to ask me the least likely answer to my question, that would be it. What do you mean?
It's like... Okay, Ren paints stuff, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure where this is going.
That's him again. I'm not sure where this is going.
Well, I run.
And
that's why we're similar.
You lost me. Amy frowns as if trying to remember her own answer.
Well, maybe it's that we do things for the same reasons. You know, we follow our passions.
So you're passionate about running and Ren's passionate about art? Is that it?
Well, sort of. Let me think. Well, Ren explained it to me once, but I don't know how much of it followed.
That's surprising. I think an explanation from Ren would probably confuse anyone.
She says we both chase after an extreme. Like she's always trying to find new ways to show a particular feeling or something. And I run because of the feeling I get from it. And since we don't allow ourselves to be slowed down by anything, we make a connection based on that.
Wow, her voice is getting really raspy. I need to stop really soon, but I'm trying to find a quick place where I can cut so it doesn't kind of jump on the story. What do you mean slow down by anything? Amy looks surprised and points to her leg.
You know, because I'm a runner, and Ren paints, and Ren's a painter, even without arms. So we respect each other's determination. And that's why we hang out. I think.
Well, I'm not sure that made any sense to me, but from Amy's sheepish expression, she's not sure about it either.
Honestly, it's not something I think about much. We just get along. I think that's really all that matters. I suppose she's got a point there.
I suppose she's got a point there. Another question strikes me, and since I've got nothing better to do, I ask it. So, what's got you into running anyway? You know what? That's as far as I can go with her voice, and no water at all, because I really ran out of everything. So I hope you like this new and improved webcam, and I will see you guys in the next spot, which shouldn't be that long ago. What, a little further down the line. You know what? Just